Happy Friday. Friday. We have a long weekend coming up here in the States. We celebrate Memorial Day on Monday for our troops and those that have gone on before us. Hey, Jane. How are you? You were fast. Sienna is in Fiji. So super cool. Oh, there we are. Hey, Jane, what are you going to work on today? Bulldog is shuffling in. I've been running around today. I have the kids home. It's the first week of summer here, so it's been kind of busy, kind of wild. I don't know where Sienna is at. Transfer 8. Yeah. Oh. Hi. I was scrolling and found. Hey. I can hear you just fine. Okay, Jane is on with us also. So tell everybody where you're at. I can. It's amazing though where you're at. You got to tell everybody where you are.
I'm in I'm in Fiji.
Can you see that there's a little delay?
I think it's going to be delayed because I can. I hope it doesn't screw anything up for anybody. I've got it on the Wi-Fi, but it's crap. I'm in my
Okay,
jammies
I
too, Gigi. You forgot to wear your
was
jammies.
running all around with my son because they're out for summer. But yes, I was like racing home. I had like 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna try and jump in my pajamas, but heck, that was not happening. But I will be back because I have them. Or I can put them on.
Got, I've got mine on. Only because I haven't even gone to bed yet. So I had a sleep yesterday afternoon from 1 o'clock through to 7 o'clock, and then I couldn't go back to sleep again. So I figured
Okay, but that's only 6
better
hours.
stay
Are you talking
awake.
like 1 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
No, yeah, 1 p.m. to
Oh,
7
dang.
p.m.
Yeah, if I slept that much, but that's because you're so tired. What did you say? It was like 3 flights down there?
Ah,
Bless your
six flights
heart.
here.
Bless your heart.
So it wasn't too bad. But I think because it's the opposite time of the day, so it's midnight over there now, and it's
Yeah.
morning time
Yeah,
here
your
now.
circadian rhythm is all messed up.
Yeah, it really is.
Well,
But I feel fine. I don't feel
Jane's
too tired.
with us. I gotta get my last one. Jane said, I was scrolling and found reading a manuscript due in a couple of weeks. Uh-oh. Oh, a couple of days. When is your manuscript? I know. There's
Oh
no pressure
God.
like that.
Yep. No, that sucks.
Okay, so why are you there in Fiji?
So leg two of my daughter's fashion show. So we're waiting till we're getting her climatized. So I met her here. She didn't come to Italy, but I've met her here. She came with her dad. And we have it's on the 30th, which is my birthday, is the show, but we'll get her climatized first because she seizures a bit prior, which she's been good so far, cross fingers. Um, but we'll see
So
how she
she
goes.
is already there or is she flying in?
Yeah. No, she got in. I was supposed to arrive before her, but she ended up arriving before me because I had the worst luck with
Oh
planes, like really
no.
bad. Yeah. I had one delay for 4 hours on the tarmac. We
No.
were all in the plane. There was something wrong with the motor. They worked on it while everybody was in the plane. And it was like, this chick next to me was like, we're not leaving, are we? And I said, look, they won't take off unless they're 100% sure. I'm trying to be positive. And in my head, I'm going, oh my God, get us off the plane.
So they finally have a rule here in America that if it's longer than 3 hours, they
Yep.
have to, you have to deboard. And I'm like, shouldn't you deboard if it's going to be over an hour? Like, look at, there's weird air, the toilets, like
Yes.
there's like, you have 200 people sharing
Yes.
like two toilets. I'm thinking this is just, yeah, it's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. And then the flight, we landed in Fiji in Nandi, and um, Jetstar, there was something wrong with that plane, and we're supposed to park into Jetstar. So we're waiting on the tarmac again for over an hour. But my plane
Oh
left
my
in an
gosh.
hour, so I had to get on another plane. And I was saying to the older gentleman next to me, saying, "Oh my gosh, my plane leaves at 9:30. It's 9:20. So I don't know what I'm going to do." And he goes, "Mine too. Are you going to Suva?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to Suva." And he goes, "Look, there's probably a lot of people on this flight going to Suva, so they'll wait for us." And I'm
No,
like, "Please
that
don't."
stresses me out. I'm gonna have an upset stomach. I'll probably have diarrhea because I can't do that. My sister is an amazing traveler. She's like, whatever. We'll just have more drinks and food. And I'm like this. No.
I was a little bit antsy, and in all the planes in the world, there was this young group going to a wedding, young guys, and I had to have a giggle. I told my husband, I don't even know if I should say it on TV. We're sitting there. They had a bottle of water. I don't even know
Uh-uh.
what kava is. Have
Oh,
you heard of
kava. Yeah,
kava?
it's like a
So kava,
Italian street food or something like that, right? Oh,
no,
no.
kava is a island. Mm, It's like so the Chiefs drink it. So when you sit around, but I think it's like, the American Indian, how they
Yeah.
smoke the pipe and they go into dreamland.
Okay,
I think
that's
it's
what I
very
need.
similar to that, right? But they drink it and it relaxes their body. And anyway, they're all on the plane. They're drinking up this, they're shaking this water container, and I'm looking at them going, that's Carl.
Okay.
The only plane, Fiji
Okay, that's what I
Airlines, they're
need.
drinking
That's what I
kava.
need. I know I told my sister, I was like, in order to get me, like, you travel and you're fine. I was like, in order to get me over to like Asia, because I
Mm.
want to go to Tokyo, Japan, I said, someone's going to have to just roofie me. You're going to have to drug me up, put me on the plane, get me to the hotel, let me sleep it off. And I was like, and it has to be people that love,
Kava,
that's what
you
I
love kava
need.
then.
Yeah, just that's what I
Best
need. Yeah,
relaxing ever.
someone can just, do that. Jessica said we're sprinting now. So, yes, we are because it's a little change
Yes, we
to our
are.
schedule, but it's 8 a.m. for Sienna in Fiji and 3 p.m. in Houston, Fiji.
Fiji.
Jane, once,
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
Jane, we were
Do the
once stuck on
hula.
a runway for 4 hours in Egypt because they couldn't remove the stairs, so they couldn't take off. And that had been hot, Jane, because Egypt, oh my gosh.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Even here, it's raining. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it is actually raining. I can't, yeah, it's raining,
The
but
doc,
it's hot.
so Jessica said the doctor will prescribe anxiety meds for flights. Girl, I know. I take them. I take it all. I take like stuff to shut down my guts, so I never have to want to use the bathroom. And so like I take it all. Then I have my anxiety, and then I have those like calm gummies. Like I have a whole arsenal just to get on these airplanes. And I never used to be that way, but I started going to menopause, and then I got anxiety, which is the gift that keeps on giving. And so yeah, I do all that. What I figured out though, Jessica, is that I need to get like Oprah Winfrey wealthy because she gets to have her own private jet and she doesn't have to share the toilet with like 200 people. She gets to have her own toilet and her own bed, and then that's what yeah.
Or 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 you just go in what is it? not business class, first class, and
I
then it's only about
already
10 people that
fly.
you have to
This sounds
share
so
with.
bougie. I already fly first class, and then my daughter popped up, and she was starting. Yeah, and she was starting to
So
get
jelly.
anxiety. I said, "Oh no, 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 no! Only one of us can have anxiety, and that is your mom. I take care of you all the other days in a row. You have to take care of me." So anyway, my sister is my ride or die because she's the one who's like, "Oh my god, I love turbulence. It's like a roller coaster," and I'm just like, "We're gonna die." Yeah.
I must admit there was turbulence in two of the flights, quite good turbulence, but I
Oh,
was asleep.
I'd be
I actually
praying. I'd
went
be
down
grabbing
on the
onto
plane.
people. I had a really bad flight coming out of Vegas, and it was by myself. We were there for like a business meeting, and I had to take a red eye because I was trying to get home
Mhm.
back to my daughter. I was still breastfeeding. It was a mess, right? So I'm coming out of Vegas at like 3 in the morning or something, and we're in the jet stream. So if you're in the jet stream that follows America this way, I guess. Long story short, it's packed full of people that are drunk. They dim the lights, obviously, because it's in the morning, and we drop a
Mm.
1,000 feet. Oh yeah. Lady throws up. She vomits everywhere. It goes over all these passengers. You know how like you're in a row of six. Everybody. She was in the middle. Went and hit everybody. One of the airline people hit her head on the top of the cabin. It was the worst turbulence, because it's about a 3 hour
Oh
flight.
God.
It was the worst turbulence for 2 hours. And I was like, well, I'm already close to Jesus and God. I know where I'm going. I was convinced we were going to go down. So, and then I start leaking. I don't even care. I don't even care. Like they were asking for, is there a doctor on board? Anybody have extra clothes for this lady? It was just anything that could happen. And so I was like, this is why I have anxiety. This is why.
Yeah, I believe so. We went to Samoa once, and I took my oldest son and my husband. Worst case scenario, like worst couple together. And the plane dropped. I don't think it dropped as far as that, but it dropped enough for the air hostess to scream. And we could not get my son on the plane to get to Samoa. Like my husband actually had to threaten him
Oh, we
to get him
all
on the
screamed
plane.
because your stomach
It
just drops
was
out.
shocking.
And that's why this lady just vomited. It was just like projectile, because of the fear. It was a mess. So then we finally get into
Yeah,
Houston. He's like, oh,
shocking.
we dropped 1,000 feet. Didn't mean, for that. And, all this. And then, like, if you drop so much, he's like, at least we didn't drop out. So the oxygen mask came down. I'm like, what? What? Oh, okay. So anyway, we get into Houston and he's like, we're going to have emergency come in first. So we're going to taxi onto the runway. We're going to, divert to this. They brought out the stairs for them to run up and get the lady who had vomited, because that's all biohazardous, and all the people that's a biohazard,
Yeah,
and then the
yeah.
flight attendant who had a huge gash and had a head injury. It was just like, yeah. So I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my God.
so Jane says my son and hubby love turbulence. God bless them. I need to be like that. But I guess it's better than him being afraid to fly. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
say turbulence won't take a plane down, but I'm unconvinced.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I always think, oh my gosh, and I hold on to the seat in front of me. Sometimes I gather if it's a girl with long hair, her
Oh
hair's
yeah,
gone because I'm grabbing on so
Jessica, you
tight.
haven't been on a plane since you were 4, girl. Shoot, every time I turn around, these kids of mine, they have we had a tournament in Arizona. We're going to Florida. She was in New York, Miami. I think we're going back to New York. We're going to Colorado. No, that's not even a possibility. I do need one of those millionaire dudes that have their own jet. I do. Because then
Yes, you do. You do. You do.
I
I've got that.
do,
I'm
right?
putting that
Because
out to the
then
world for you,
they can
Gigi.
drug you on your private. Well, they can
And then you
drug you
can
on your
come pick
private
us up.
jet. I can go lay in the bed,
Yep.
and then I'm fine. And so we would just wake up one day, and we pick you up, Sienna, because
Yep.
we're like, oh, we'll just stop by Australia, and then we'll stop by Fiji. So
Yep.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Sounds good
Okay,
to
I'll swing
me.
by. I'll
You
swing
just
by.
pick me up. That's amazing. And we'll
Jessica,
pick you
no,
up
we
too.
drive around the US, but have not been out of
Jess,
the
yeah.
country. Oh, well, let me tell you about going to those little tiny Caribbean islands. And everybody's like, oh my God, the Caymans, or like, well, Cozumel's fine because you're landing in Mexico, but Jamaica, Dominican, I mean, nobody goes to Haiti, but if you go to like Cayman Islands, any of the little islands, oh, Jessica, no, ma'am, because the island is as long as the plane. So you come, and it's like, wham, and then the ocean's right there. I swear to you, I swear, like Fiji, it's probably the same way. Because when we travel to the Cayman Islands, which is gorgeous, but they are the shortest runways. You literally have to walk onto the runway with your carry on, climb the steps, and then that's when they take all your stuff. I was like, is this legit? So, yeah, anytime we've gone to any of the little islands, Hawaii's the same way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have no.
Samoa and well, Fiji, when we got off the plane, we went because we landed in Nadi and then we had to go to Suva. So Suva's smaller. So we got off the plane,
Yeah,
and you know how you go inside to collect your
no, it's
baggage?
outside.
You get it
Yeah,
as it
that's
you
why I
you
was
get it as you
like,
get off the
what
plane.
is.
We
Yeah,
just all
yeah.
lined up.
It is the strangest experience, and all the islands are like that. You know, like if your plane is 8 feet, the
Hmm.
runway is about 10 feet. That's it. And you're not taxiing. They
Yes,
they move that plane
yes,
all the way to the edge of the runway, which is right next to the ocean. And then it's like 0 to 5,000 miles an hour. And then this incline.
and good
Exactly.
luck if you get
Exactly.
up.
Because it takes every bit of runway, else you're going to nosedive into the ocean. And then the incline is like straight up. Mm-mm. So no, I'm never going to. And everybody's like, oh my God, these islands. No, not no, no, no. So yeah, I have a million experiences I can tell y'all. Jane, we once landed with two engines on
It's
fire.
great.
The fire engine's waiting for us to exit to put it
Oh
out.
my
People
God.
wanted to know why they couldn't exit at the rear of the plane. No, if the
Oh my
plane was
God.
on fire, I'm
That's just
praying
crazy.
and I'll give myself an anxiety attack, which turns into a panic attack, which will turn into a heart attack, and I will be dead. So anyway,
Yes,
I
yes, yes,
digress.
yes.
You know, I have to travel to Colorado next month, and I just put all that out there. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Well, just get right
You'll
with
be,
God. Oh,
you
yeah.
got this.
Anyway, yeah. I think
You'll have to just open your laptop on there and just start writing. You could write a horror movie about planes going
I
down while
could.
you're on
I've
the
had enough
plane.
experiences. Okay, what do we work? We're supposed to be
It'll be
writing
gold.
or doing something.
Um, yes, we are. We are. I'm on chapter 8 on book 4, so it's coming along nicely. I actually had my husband read all of the mail because he is some on the first one. So I was like to my husband, "Can you just make sure it's not too
Oh, for
cliche?"
sure. Okay, I love that.
So that was
I'm
cool.
in whiskey throttle. I don't know. Maybe I am in chapter. I think I'm in chapter 8, like you. I am in chapter 8, bestie.
Yeah. Oh, we
Look at
are
us.
just twinning it. I
17 hours
know.
apart, and we're still in the same chapter.
I know. That's
All right, y'all ready
brilliant.
to get
That's brilliant.
started? Okay.
That's good. All right.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Are
Everybody
you
else
ready?
ready?
Yeah, Jane is. Good writing, ladies. Yes, good luck. 25 minutes starting now. Start. Mute.
Meeting. Yeah.
Hello. Okay, that went super
Hello.
fast.
It did
Okay,
go
are
super
you
fast.
out?
I'm trying to put my earpieces in so I can hear you better. Because I'm outside with
Okay,
the
that's
wind
what I
and
was
the
gonna
rain and the
ask. It looks
traffic.
like you're outside on a patio, veranda.
Yeah, yeah, we're upstairs on the patio, so it's quite nice up here. Inside's very small, but we're moving hotels tomorrow because tomorrow's my husband's birthday. And we're moving to more of a
Oh,
resorty hotel tomorrow,
nice.
which
So
will be
how long
nice.
are you guys for her show isn't until next
Yeah, it'll be
weekend?
cool. Yeah, so we'll leave on the
Wow, that's
2nd
a
of June.
nice long vacation.
Yeah. And I mean, the first week's just her climatizing. So I sort of work and I do some writing. It's great because it's the first time I've had to myself, even though I was over in Italy by myself, I was busy with the show. So it
Yeah.
was like huge. So, but now I get
How did that
to
go?
actually decompress. It was great. It was in a building that was thousands of years old. It was lots of fun. It was my roommate, who's an absolute crack up. She kept telling me about why
What?
vampires killing us
I
through
don't
the
know. I don't know.
and she was hilarious. And because she's like, and then she'd read this review where there was mice, and then we heard the story about their cat giving mice to um, some other visitors there because it's a
Yeah.
hostel, so people go there for like yeah, it's quite different. But anyway, these people were quite. He said they were very. I want this. I want that. I need this. I need that. And he says it's a hostel. We've got to like make everybody comfortable as much as possible. So they just weren't happy. And we tried everything. And the cat is amazing. This cat is human. I swear to you not, this cat is human. So it decided to put two live mouse in their room
Let
for a
me help you
present.
guys. What?
But this cat walked the runway. So just as
Uh,
yes, the opening night, right? It decided they did they announced that of the show, and then because the cat roams the castle, it's like an old castle. The cat roams the place because the cat's the only one that lives there 24/7. And the cat actually walked straight down the runway and then stretched, and they took photos
that
of it and
is
they
so
videoed it. It's hilarious.
cute.
So yeah, it was just amazing. You couldn't read it, but you couldn't,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
make it happen
That
if you
sounds
tried. It was
awesome.
quite funny.
Are you gonna post?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I will. I've got a heap, and I've done a few on my Instagram already. I've just done a bits and pieces, but I'm waiting for someone to
I
launch
know
that
that'll be
cat one
so
so I can
cute.
put that up.
Right.
So it's just hilarious. But yes, apparently this cat gets
And
into lots of
everybody
mischief.
loves it because, like, who doesn't love kitty cats?
I know, right? And it doesn't like everybody. It chooses people who it likes. And one of the girls is highly allergic to cats. It kept sleeping on
No.
her bed, and so yeah. But no, it was definitely. I mean, she managed. She had antihistamine. She didn't care.
Yeah,
She really liked the cat, so it wasn't so bad. But gosh, it was good. It was very good. I mean, I enjoyed doing a bit of sightseeing while we were there, which was good. The ladies that I was with wanted
of
to
course.
jumble in as much as possible, so got to see the Leaning Tower of
Oh
Pisa,
yeah.
which was nice, and
Well,
pretend to
they
hold it
say
up.
like one day it will just totally collapse.
Yeah, I don't know. They reckon they've got it stable enough
What?
at the second. People are still climbing it, so you can go up. Yeah, you can go up the stairs. They've put a new foundation in to counteract. They told you like they told us the story. So they built
What?
it and it was straight because it's a bell tower, right? So they built it and it was straight, and something happened to the earth underneath, and it sort of went down. And then they over corrected it to try and make it look straight, and then it went down further. But now with today's engineering, they've fixed it so it's stable enough for people to
That's really
utilize
cool.
it
I did not know
around it.
that.
So
Did y'all do
yeah,
that?
yeah. So I did not go up it. I did go up the now don't say this right, but it's the baptistry, which was across from it. So um we went into the church and we went into the baptistry, which was quite good. Um, and they sort of did a lot of singing, like it's a round, like it's a big round dome, and they sort of sing and it echoes sort of thing. So a guy did that while we were in there, and it was quite amazing. And the friend that I was with was like, "Hell no, is she going up those stairs to get up to the top? Because like it's huge, like it's really tall." And I'm scared of heights as well. And then her daughter was like, "I'm doing it," and I was like, "Come on, then, let's go. We'll do it together." I don't know why I went up there. I did not like looking over the edge. Like a little miniature heart attack.
Well, there's,
And my
yeah.
friend was like,
Did you
"Really?"
see her? Did you wave? Hey. Oh, you
No, I
did
did
it
not
all?
look down. I did. No, I got all the way up to the top, which is quite, I was puffed out when I got up to the top. And then her daughter went and took photos over the balcony and everything. And I was like, yeah, no, not going that close. It was
I
just,
just got
I
my
stood by
workout
the
in. That's
wall and
all.
just
That's
sat
all,
there.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. I had to just beat her. She didn't come up the steps at
That
all.
is really cool, though. I know. I mean, some of those places are so old, the
Yeah.
history, they're stunning.
No, the whole of Italy, they haven't changed their architecture. You know,
Yeah.
they've changed the insides of their houses slightly, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Like the way it look. I mean, it's definitely old, but
Oh,
there's
of
something
course.
about
I
that that
told
makes it
you
look
in
good.
the deep.
And the marble, it's all
Oh,
made of marble.
the best
Like,
everything, the best food, the
yeah,
best marble, the best
massive.
clothing, cars, people, models. Shoot. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, and I think, and then the David. So we went and saw the statue of David. So
Oh, yeah.
that's
I've heard.
way bigger than I thought. And I mean
I
tall.
think, was it
I mean tall size. And the hands and the
9 feet? I
feet,
think David is
massive.
9 feet, and then it's on that like podium or that pedestal or yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that was quite way bigger than I thought. They've got a miniature David out for everybody to see. And apparently David was out for everyone just to see, but then they realized they could make money off him, so they've put him in the museum. And you've got to pay like
Oh
40
yeah.
euros to go in and see
Makes
him.
sense though.
So, but it's all of Michelangelo's stuff and a whole heap of other artists. And I video chatted my family while I was in there, and my son's like, "Thanks, mum, whole heap of dicks, thanks."
Of course, he's like, that's what he focuses on, not all the stunning art. He's like, yeah, that's it. You're
That's all he
missing
said.
the point.
I was like, "Okay." I know. I was like, "Oh, God." But yeah, but it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was definitely different. And it's just, yeah, way more. You have to be there to check it out. And even Pisa, we walked from the train station to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but
Mhm.
you see the cathedral, and then all of a sudden you see, like it's hiding, and then all of a sudden you see it. So it was quite, it's
Yeah,
smaller
yeah.
than I
No,
thought,
I
but it's
get
still
that.
big.
I have not seen the Mona
Yeah.
Lisa, but you know, everybody knows how famous that is. And they're like, the Mona Lisa is like this big. So you have crowds of people trying to see,
Yeah.
and it's this tiny little painting. And so I've seen people, and I'm like, I wouldn't wait in
Yeah.
line to go see, you know, that painting on the wall. That
No. Well, it's funny you should say that. A guy drew that on the ground, just on the ground. I took a photo of it. I'll have to put it up. But he drew it on the ground
oh
quite
yeah,
massively, and it was
I could
just
do
done
that.
on the ground. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
we have
Yeah.
in the Washington D.C. the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. Okay, you see pictures of it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It is humongous. When I tell you that I'm, you know, like 5'9", and I come up to like, you know, he's on this pedestal in the chair, and that pedestal is like up to me. Like I'm looking up at the pedestal, and then you look up further. I mean, some of these are much larger than you think. So I
Wow.
heard that about the Statue of David, that is way taller than you think it is.
Yeah. It was quite huge, and I
Yeah.
was looking at it's up on a pedestal anyway, but it's huge. Yeah. was
Well, that is
shocked because I
so
was like,
cool. I'm
whoa.
so happy that you were able to go and see the sites while you're also working.
Mm,
Are you
it was
ready
good.
to get back to writing? All right.
I am. I'm at a good
Okay, 25
part.
minutes, 5 minute break. Starting now.
Okay.
Hi, what do you need? Did Oh, I look over and Sienna's gone. So I don't know if she had to jump off or let's see. There she is. I don't know if she can get back on. Hey, I happened to look over and I was like, oh, she's gone.
It just went because my data went, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because the Wi-Fi and my data are getting used like dually, like it will go one way and then the other, and then one way
Oh,
the other.
yeah.
And I just got it, like it just sent me a message when it went off saying you have no more data, and I was like, "Damn it!"
Uh-oh.
So I
Well,
came inside so I could get on the Wi-Fi, and then it wasn't going to connect, and then I'm like, "GG."
no worries. We understand this is all beyond your control, so I appreciate you jumping on. I have to admit, you're a trooper because if I was in Fiji, I'd probably be on a beach and you couldn't get me inside to write words.
No, it's raining, so no.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, when you're in these
It's like
tropical
pouring.
locations, no, I know. When you're in these tropical locations and it rains, there's nothing to do.
No,
Like nothing. Yeah.
there's nothing, and it's not. We're on the side of the island where I've been told there's no beaches. It's just a
Oh.
drop to the ocean.
Oh.
So it's not really. But I said to my husband, we need to go and have a look to see what's around. So we might, today might be that day. I don't know. We might.
Nice. Well, thank you for jumping on live with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I'm going to be stalking your stories to see all these pictures.
Yes, I might put the David up today so you can have a look at the old statue of David.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'll see what else I can find up there.
And then DM me and let me know if you want to go live on Monday or if you just want to like skip it and when you get back. What, I'm flexible.
Yeah, no, I should. I think I'll be fine. If we do the same time, it'll be good.
Okay, so that would be my Monday at 3, your Tuesday morning.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
At 8 a.m. Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, sounds good. I got it.
All right, cool.
Okay,
All right, well, I will see you my Tuesday, your Monday, but I'll talk to you in the DMs
of
anyway.
course. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have fun.
We'll do you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.